Hey everybody, this is Donna with Donna Berry Art. I'm here to be a part of the Cindy A. Lewis's Share the Love Hop. 17 collaborators in all. Cindy is the host. I'm really excited and thrilled to be asked to be part of this. I think it's a really meaningful and really wonderful way to share things about love that are alternatives to some extent to just traditional or conventional Valentine's Day. So really excited actually just to be here. You can share love in so many ways that's not all about flowers and candy and romantic love. It's community, it's family, it's friends. It's your creativity even, your art, your style, your medium. And loving being creative is okay too. Not everyone has that. So it's okay to love what you do because it kind of defines who you are. At the end of the day, we all matter and we all belong, and we should not feel alone ever. We should always be part of something or some group or, something like that. You may be in a point in your life that you are single. Maybe you're grieving anything. It could be any kind of grief. Grief to me is just loss of something, loss of someone. And maybe at this point in time when Valentine's Day rolls around, that's what's happening in your life. And maybe you just don't feel included during the season or the day, if you will. The heart of this hop that Cindy's put together here is simple. It's sharing love, and it's kindness, and it's encouragement, and faith, and gratitude, and also creativity. Love of creativity, love of what you do, no matter what that creativity is. So, in that vein, I just kind of want to move along and talk about the collaboration. Again, it's an alternative to traditional Valentine's Day content, and meaning to be a gentle space for anyone who may not celebrate Valentine's, feels alone, or simply wants to share love in a different way. The creators are sharing projects made from scraps that include at least one heart or a meaningful word or a phrase or a quote. And again, it can look like kindness and encouragement, faith, gratitude, creativity, or community. The HOP guidelines are using scraps or leftovers, at least a heart or a word or a phrase, in any project format, journal page, tag, card, pocket, cluster, and more. And not Valentine's required in the traditional sense of the holiday itself. So in my description below, you'll find a little bit more information about this, and you'll also find a list of the 17 collaborators that are so creative, and this is going to be such a wonderful creative hop that it's going to pay to go look at everybody's creations. So the links are there. Click on them. Take a few minutes to look at what people are creating and how they're sharing their love. So with that said, I'm just going to talk a little bit of about what I'm doing here. Valentine's Day is here, and it's a day of candy and flowers that people often use as symbols of their love, and that works for some. But I think it's also an expectation society puts on the day as a tradition, and I think that there are many other ways to show love in one's life. So it's and also not just on Valentine's Day. Just kind of talk about that a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that I'm going to be making 3 journal cards. These are 2 cards I made recently for a different challenge, but I'm going to be using this theme and this color scheme to kind of give you a feel for what I think it's all about. You know, one thing I wanted to tell you is I did a bunch of work ahead of time, so you don't have to watch stickles dry, which, by the way, in this damp weather recently, took about 2 days to dry some of this stuff. So this is some of my scraps. I did all my fussy cutting ahead of time. I have just ideas in my head about what I'm going to do. We got to cover that up. And just so my theme today is kind of about like, love is not like just black and white. It goes from a constant bloom and color, and it has moments of color that survive through maybe some of the black and white or the gray in your life. And you know, it's not all gold and red. It's real, and love can be, again, about so many things in your life, people in your life, and not just a Valentine's Day thing. So again, some days bloom and some days grind. So the saying goes, I guess. At any rate, I want to just kind of get going here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Fabri-Tac over here. Sorry for the arm. Just use that because it dries quickly. Again, I did fussy cutting. And again, you can see I have all the black and white. My theme here is live, love, and laugh. You should live through the grind and love through the bloom and laugh in the in-between. So it's kind of my theme here today. So I hope that you get that, and I'm going to stop jabbering, and I'm just going to play around here. As you can see, we have some color, and then we have some black and white, and that's kind of how life is sometimes. So we want to put this where we can see this color, and maybe put this guy here. Oh, we got a little more black and white here. I don't want to cover up my words. I don't want to cover that flower. I'm going to save that for the back maybe. And I already have one of you. So, oh, I really like this guy because it's color and it's black and white. So why don't we do that? How's that look? I think that's nice. You can see I pre-worked a lot of the gluing and sticking. I hate to have people sit and, you know, watch glue dry, paint dry, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of put these together. This one's a real simple one. It's going to go like that. I'm going to end up cutting that stuff off. And we're going to go like this. There's a really pretty flowers that I fussy cut. That's the end of them too. It was a piece of paper that was a corner that was sticking in my scrap bin. And this Live, Love, Laugh paper was a leftover. Do I want to cover that? Yeah, I can cover that. You can still see the yellow flower underneath. There we go. I'll let that dry a little bit. And then maybe we'll put a half flower here. A little bit of purple there. How about that? Now, let's find our scissors. Let me see if that'll work up here. Oh, by the way, I mostly inked everything, so there we go. So here you have the black and white, and then the little bits of color that come up in life. You know, life is not perfect, and when the color comes, enjoy it. Here's my hearts, by the way. These are my scraps. What were the other requirements again? I think that was it. Scraps, a heart, a word or a phrase. So I kind of hit everything here. And that's that. So this one, I mean, this is a journal card. So we're going to let that dry. And I'm going to cut this off. And this off. I know, don't use your good scissors with glue, but I always seem to. And then on the back of this card, I wanted to put this word, and I want to put a flower with it, potentially a colorful flower. Maybe this guy, finish this off, or go, do I want to go this way? What do we want to do here? I want to go that way? Yeah, like that. I have that pretty pink flower too, but maybe I have another use for that on another card. We'll see. Oh, this is the one also. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to change this up a little bit. That's okay. I was going to do something else here. But that's okay. We already got this down. So this is what this card is. Very similar to the ones I made the other day. Ooh. Here we go. I'm going to trim this a little more. And there's number 1. So, live, love, laugh. Definitely love. I was actually going to use that, but it's okay. We'll use it on something else. So then the next one I was going to do, I'll do this one here real quick. Let's put this stuff over to the side. We have lots to work with here. Let's put the flowers over here. And this one has a lot of stuff here, but that's just so we can play. So here, you know, time. We all have time, right? We all think we have time, but, you know, we need to appreciate time and appreciate every day as much as we possibly can. So we have a journal card here. What I was going to do, oh, maybe this is the one I was going to do this on. I was going to put this heart and this heart, and then I'm going to put this little phrase that says, never let anyone dull your sparkle, which means don't give in to, you know, things that make you feel unloved, or give in to the darkness. Let the light shine, and let your light shine. So let's go ahead and put this on. Again, I made all this stuff up yesterday because I don't want you to have to watch stickles dry. I don't want you to have to watch paint dry. You know, it's, I don't want to make all this stuff and cut it all out and fussy cut. And, you know, again, it's just like, nobody wants to do that. I just want you to see kind of what my thought process was, what I was putting together. And you can still journal on here. Let's just pull that down a second so it stays down. It's pretty thick with that stickles on there. Oh, stay. And then I'm going to put this, never let anyone dull your sparkle, which is such a good saying. It's one of my favorites. You know, just don't let anyone take things away from you. Get the love you deserve. And give the love. When you give, you get, you know, give it too. Do we want anything else on here? I don't think so. No. No. There's a kind of empty space here. I can move that up a little bit, maybe. That's okay. I can move you down a little bit. I don't know. We'll think of something maybe later. But for now, that's that side. And this side, really, all I was going to do was a cluster down here. So I'm just going to start out with my laces and things like that. And then we're going to see where that takes us. This is a little bit long. There we go. And I'm going to put this gold on here too, which I'm just going to kind of dab some glue on here just so this sticks. It's curling this way, so we'll go this way. There we go. So you can have gold and glitter, and you can have color and bloom. And some days you don't. And that's okay. So now we want to make a cluster. I have this lovely rusted key I made, you know, the key to your heart kind of thing. I have some clocks. I don't know if I like that one. I don't really like the white around it. It's also green. We have that one. This one's more in the color tone of this up here. That's not terrible. Oh, I like this one too. Oh, I like that even better. So we could put that there. I don't want to hide that 7 actually too much. I like that 7. And let's see. We got lots of stuff. I do have some flowers. I don't know. Flowers are quite the thing that I want on here. This one has hearts and sparkle. We do have a red heart. We have some sayings. We have all kinds of labels. You're never too old to dream a new dream. I thought these were all fitting. Always listen to your heart. It will show you the way. Actually kind of like that, but it's kind of clunky. Keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable, which is kind of nice, right? Put that on there. The clocks. I don't really know where this key is going to go. Maybe we go left. And the 7 still kind of shows. We have a key. What a wonderful thought that some of the best days are yet to come. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. I like that too. What do you guys think? I know you can't answer me, but I have some numbers here, which is kind of nice. And then we have Lumani labels. Create. Now we could go up here and go create moments. Ooh, how about that? What do you think? These are a little bit on the small side. Could just say trust. And we could put another clock on here. No, we're not doing that. Trust. Discover. Create moments. Oh, I don't have another word like discover or something. Create moments. Create and discover moments. Create moments. Discover moments. What do we want to say here? Create and discover. Need a little something up there. I wish I had another small thing. I don't. Create moments. That's what we need to do in our lives. That looks better up there since it is further away. And now I don't know where my where is my, oh, this desk is such a mess, hence the brown paper. Yeah, I kind of like that. They're kind of pale. I like that. And I can put a red heart somewhere. So I'm not going to be able to ink these because I can't find my inker. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking. So create moments. Hopefully that looks straight. And then we're going to put down this guy. And this guy. Do I have that right side up? I think I do? Which way? 1, 2, 3. Nope, it goes this way. That's good. The clock is on that side then. And this guy, because this was going to go, is it going to go under that? It's too thick to go under that. I think we're just going to have to do that. Okay, that's going to go like that. There we go. We'll just tip that a little bit. There we go. I don't know how much of that needed glue, but we'll tip it a little that way. Little key to the heart there. Where do we want a heart? We want it over here. I think we want it over there. And I never trust how sticky these things are. So we're going to go like this. And just stick it on here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to call that one done. And then we have one more. And it has all of its own stuff, although I'm going to keep these flowers out. Maybe even this sparkly thing. Put these aside. This one's more of a collage. And has a couple of flowers itself. These were fussy cut from this paper, and then I added a white border to them so they can go on the page elsewhere. And so first we're going to collage, and this one has the same back. So I think what we're going to do, something like that. I think those flowers look upside down. Maybe like that in the middle. And this lovely lacy paper, which we can cover with other stuff too. I just kind of want to, this is way too big, so let's just go like this. We can always cut the edge. And we have some of this, another of my favorite kinds of papers. Like that. And then we actually have a clock. I don't really know if that fits in and if it's going to cover too much, but I'm going to try to rip around it. And see what that looks like. Actually, I kind of like that. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to make sure we know where everything goes. I'm not going to ink because it's going to take too much time for the purposes of the video. And I hope you're liking what you're seeing. I hope the theme is coming across about the alternative to Valentine's Day, what it is sharing love in my way, I guess. I just do really like the whole, whoops, black and white and color theme. You know, it's one of the things I wrote down was, you know, love is not a finish. It's a process. Gears are always turning, flowers insisting. And we live in the contrasts, and we love in the effort, and we laugh when color breaks through. And I truly believe that's the way to live your life. So, or to try to be about love. You know, love can be eluding for some people too. You know, you're just not always, let's just say, lucky in love. Let's put it that way. Let's cut some of this off so I can see where the edge is for that next piece. Get that out of our way. And then I'm going to put this piece here. Let's see where you're going first. You're going here. So let's go ahead and glue you. Here, how do you like that for black and white? I kind of like that. But we need some color, right? I think we have some color coming. Indeed. Now, the one thing I liked on that other one was that I added flowers. Well, let's cut off our edges again and let's see what we want to get. I added more of those flowers to the page. A little bit of contrast from being on the black itself. Let's put him here. You here. I have one more, right? Yeah, it really covers up the clock right there. How about like that? Is that too much on top? No, I like it. I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna put you here. This was a half a piece I had left. I just cut it and made a back for it. I'm gonna put you here. And you here. I get a little bit of edge coming up here. And I'm gonna put this guy down here. Should go this way. Maybe, should I stick it that way? Kind of like the corner. And there we go. I'll trim this flower on the back. I was gonna do a cluster on here, and I still can do a little cluster over here, I think. Let's see, let's get rid of this. I do want some kind of color that's just gonna have to come in on the cluster, I think. So if I do a cluster, it's gonna be kind of a, whoops, let's go this way. Nope, this way has the sparklies. So we'll do just a small cluster this way. Like that. And then I'm gonna add some black to that. And from there, I think we need, stop moving. Here we go. Let's see, what else do we need? I think we need live, love. Oh, this guy's really big though. That's gonna have to go on the back. I don't want this guy, although that is kind of pretty. It says never let anyone dull your sparkle. Oh, I kind of like that on there because it's my heart. I need a heart anyway. This one's a little smaller. And what else can we put on here? We don't want different flowers. That's just not going to work. Not a lot of color on here until we get to What else can we put on here that's colorful? Well, you know, it's not always that colorful, is it? So let's just do this for now. I may add something later, I don't know. But we're just going to do this. And this. Again, we're a little black and white here. And really want to add this heart. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Really like that. I made this all up yesterday, so it would be all ready to go today. Maybe I should have saved a flower for on here, like this guy. Like, can I lift you? No, yeah. I don't want to mess with that now. I'm gonna rip it. And I don't want to do that. And we already have a saying, so I can't really put a tag. How about this? We trim it down. Do you guys remember the song? Okay, I'm aging myself. Love potion number 9. We're going to put this, and it gives us a little bit of color on this side, even though it's blue. It's okay. Love potion number, I don't remember the words, but let's just put that in there. Just for something to have. I may add stuff later, like I said, but for now, we'll just go like this. Love potion number 9 it is. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. And we're almost done. I'm just going to do a little bit more on the back. Make sure this is even. And we're just going to trim this flower. And back here, I really did want to put this, kind of like live, love, laugh. Just something like that. And there's a little color there, right? So let's put laugh down. In the corner. Never put baby in the corner. And we're going to go love and live. Something like that. Maybe we'll find something else to put with this. Maybe a flower. Let's just go like that. Appreciate you being here and watching this, and I really hope you go watch all the other videos related to this lovely, wonderful, ooh, I like that guy maybe. Or maybe this guy. What do you guys think? Pink is kind of pretty. Okay, we'll go with pink. Anyway, I hope you go watch all the other collaborators and get on board with this wonderful Share the Love hop that Cindy has created. And I hope you've enjoyed my little video here, and that this inspires you in some way in your love life, whether, no matter what that love is. Community, creativity, you know, friendship, yourself, just, you know, gratitude, kindness, all of the things that love represents. I really hope that this has somehow inspired you, and that you can, I guess, celebrate in a whole new way in thinking. Thanks so much for your time. This is Donna Berry Art.